All right, everybody. I told you we had a guest. Let you guys know who it was last segment. But now the time is here. One half of UFC 276 main event. Jared Cannonier joining the Corner Podcast. Jared, thank you for joining us on Fight Week. Man, let's right off the bat, the biggest fight of your career, and you've deserved it for so long. So long. It was like, damn, when are you going to give this man a title shot? He's right here. You never complained. You never backed down. You kept taking challenges. You kept winning. How does it feel being here now? Now you're here. Now it's fight week. How are you feeling?
It just feels like the next step in on the journey, the next step in the path, feels natural to me, unrushed, not too early, not too late or anything. Right on time, if you will. I feel like I'm right where I need to be, mentally, physically, spiritually, of course, as always. But I'm ready to go in there and handle my business and get my belt.
I got to ask you, man, because I followed your career for a long time. And obviously, you came in the UFC as a heavyweight. We never hear about a lot of fighters dropping weight the manner that you have and get a title shot at this point in your career. But the crazy part about it is what I want to know is like the difficulty of dropping that weight from going, I think you were almost 300 pounds at one point before you started fighting pro, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd gotten up to 300 before fighting. And then I started training and getting exercising. After getting settled in Alaska, I started training more regularly and getting some of the weight off. And while in Alaska, they also had an MMA promotion, and I started fighting. And, I was just dabbling at that time. It wasn't really taking it too serious. Only thing I was really taking seriously was the training. But I kept progressing, kept getting better, and it showed in my fights, and it's got me all the way here. So yeah, it's been a heck of a journey, if you will.
So the interesting thing is I was doing some numbers on you, and it was like you had a 50% knockout rate as a heavyweight in the UFC. And then when you were a light heavyweight, it was at 20%. Now it's up to 66% as a middleweight. When did you realize oh shit, if I lose weight, the power don't go anywhere? The power's still here. If I just drop down a few weight classes, I can knock these dudes out. Every fight as a heavyweight, as a middleweight, you're just cleaning people out.
Well, even though I did fight at heavyweight, you can look at those pictures and tell I'm no natural heavyweight. Right. I wasn't like Francis Ngannou in there. I was none of that. No Francis, no. Who's another big guy? They're all big. Ben Rothwell, yeah. Alistair Overeem, all those big ass dudes. Brock Lesnar, I wouldn't. No, that's not me. I'm just I tell people, I'm the smallest in my family. Those are the heavyweights. Those dudes in my family, them heavyweights. So I was never a natural heavyweight. I was only undisciplined. I ate a lot of food, and I exercised, but at the time I was transitioning from the military to across the states all the way into Alaska. So I put on a lot of weight at that time. I got pregnant at that time, so that's one of the reasons why I put on a lot of weight. But I was never a natural heavyweight, even as a light heavyweight. Those guys are 6'4", 6'3" on average. I'm 5'11". At least that's what I tell people. So so I'm almost 6 foot, but not quite. So I was never. I don't feel like light heavyweights are heavyweights who cut weight. And again, I'm no heavyweight.
When did the light switch, right? When did it go, this is not only a career, but I could be a world champion?
Yeah. Well, as soon as I started making money, more money than my regular job, I knew I was going to quit because I don't like working. I'm not one to work a 9 to 5, especially for somebody else. I can work a 9 to 5 for myself, but not for another entity. So that's just nothing I wanted to do with my life. Period. I'd rather train and then go fight every couple of months. But it wasn't really a light that clicked. It was a decision that I made. This is what I want for myself. When I got into MMA, even as an amateur, I told myself I'm going to go as far as the ether will take me. My potential, and I knew I had a lot of potential. So I knew I could go far, and I never wanted to put no limit on that. So I never said I can be this champion or that person or whatever or anything like that. I never said anything like that to myself. So there was never really any lights that clicked. It was the only light that really clicked is when I got down to the lab. I understood that, hey, if I invest myself in this gym, in this program, I know I can be a world champion.
Yeah.
In whatever organization. I was in the UFC, so it was the UFC. I know I could be a champion.
Real quick, you mentioned you knew you had the potential. Were you a fighter growing up? Like, were you just randomly did you know yo, I can knock people the hell out? Like, I know I have the potential to do this. If I just zone in, I can make this my life.
Well, I guess you can say that. Like again, I said, like I told you guys, I'm the smallest one. I'm one of the smallest in my family, and we wasn't, I wasn't raised around no punks. You know what I'm saying? We was some big dogs in the yard, and I sure as hell didn't come out no punk. So I guess you can say my confidence stems from my upbringing, but shit, what was the question again?
No, yeah, that's good. Like, how did you know, the potential of being this type of fighter? Like, so it's pretty much you got bigger brothers, bigger cousins, everybody, leaning on you a bit, like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they, couple 18 years of getting tested will do it. It'll make a UFC champion, chip contender here.
18, 19, 20. I'm 38, man. So
They still leaning on you. You go to the cookout, they try to big brother you.
No, they don't lean. We don't lean on each other. We respect each other. We teach each other and we guide each other on the path. There's a better way of teaching people how to do things than beating up on them like dogs or like freaking animals.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, no, I mean, it happened. You know what I'm saying? But we treat each other with respect. We weren't running around throwing fists and punching each other in the face. At least that's not the standard that I keep in myself. I'm not going to sit here and strike my brother or strike my cousin. So we didn't have no fist fights or anything like that, but it was the energy. The energy speaks volumes. And then when the energy doesn't really get the message through, when the physicality has to come out, that's when very dramatic, traumatic things happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's when the cops get called. Shit like that. I ain't talking about shooting, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't one to run and go pick up no gun and shoot nobody. You know what I'm saying? I speak with my fists. That don't mean I ain't got no guns. That don't mean I ain't strapped. So don't run up on me with no crazy shit. But I ain't quick to pick up my gun, So, but continuing on, I didn't get into any altercations grown up or anything like that. I wasn't a bad child or anything. Like I said, we were taught respect, respect for your elders, respect for your brothers, your sisters, respect for each other. And I hold to that to this very day. This is why I don't talk shit to my opponents. It's not even necessary for me to, get in there and handle my business. But, not to saying that I can't talk some shit. I mean, I can. But
if it comes to that.
Yeah, if it comes to it. And if you're a worthy person to be, for me to sit here and jaw jack with. If you just sitting here throwing insults, stupid ass insults to me, I understand the level of intelligence I'm dealing with here, and I'm not going to engage with that type of shit. But if we're having a meaningful conversation and you do some word wizardry in there, I'm like, okay.
Let me ask you this: there's the middleweight title, and there's the money that can come with becoming the middleweight champion of the world. Like, I know you fight to feed your family, but what does the title itself mean to you? Because obviously there's more opportunities that come with that title, but I would hope that, because you had a fight and after the fight, you say, shit, I need to get back in the octagon because I need to eat. I got to pay these bills. You think that title is going to automatically start generating you the pay that you feel like you deserve?
They say it does. And if I play my cards right, it certainly can. You know, if I get out there and start dancing around and prancing around and doing this, or doing it another way, you know, we've seen plenty of people come in there and make, you know, capitalize big off of the positions that they're in. Israel Adesanya, for one, he's one of the highest paid fighters on contract right now. Look at what, you know, we've all heard and seen what Conor McGregor has done.
Yeah.
So, but look, you know, but also look at other champions in the situation. Now look what's going on with Francis. You know, look at what's going on with. I know Nate wasn't a champion, but he might as well be a champion. Shit.
Yeah.
So you know, it depends on how I play my cards, I suppose. But I'm not concerned myself with what could be. If I do this, could that happen? If I do that, could this happen? That's thinking into the future. That's for me. I think people who focus too much on the future live with a lot of anxiety. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. That's not me, man. I don't live with anxiety. I don't live with fear. Those are aspects of myself that I've conquered, and I don't want to go back there again. So that's why I don't get nervous for fights. I don't give a fuck if it doesn't go my way. I've taken L before, you know. So and I'm plainly put, man, I'm very detached from a lot of things that go on, especially in the main theater, if you will. So the title would be nice, but winning the fight, that feeling that you get from being victorious, you know, that's going to be way better, you know. So
man, I can't wait. Saturday night, UFC 276. Jared Cannonier is coming to shock the world. And it's only a shock to you guys because he believes it. And
that's right.
He's ready. He's ready to win. Jared, thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate it. Now get some rest. Get some relaxation. Don't do a million more interviews. Make sure you enjoy the week. Enjoy the moment. Can't wait to see the fight on Saturday night. We'll be in the building. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Thank you. Good combo.
Thank you.